I hope you've enjoyed the first part of your AI for Oceans. But before we continue, I want to take a little bit of a different approach and a different way of looking at how AI works. For this part of the video, we are going to take the place of AI. So for this small example, we are going to be looking at just a simple deck of cards. And to make things even simpler, we're only going to be going from 5 all the way up to a king. Now, we both know what the suit is of the card. Say we have clubs, diamonds, and spades, but an AI doesn't know that. Just as an AI right away won't know that this represents a 5, this represents a jack, and this a queen. So to begin, we're actually going to be looking at these cards and trying to sort them as a very beginner AI program. So now that I've taken the role of an AI machine, I'm handed a simple deck of cards and I'm told to sort them between which ones are red and which ones are black. So simple enough for us, but as an AI system that has not been trained about what cards are, what colors may look like when a photo is given to the computer, this is how a beginner AI will see the cards. So now I will go through and I will say, well, okay, this one is red. This one's red, black, red, red, black, black, red, red. And as a computer or AI, I have no idea if I scored these correctly or wrong. I just had to guess. So the next portion of the job as a programmer is to teach the AI or myself how I did. So if I look, this is a red card. So the AI got it wrong. This one is correct. And there I've learned that this card is associated with red and this one black. So as an AI, I can start making the association and determining what the color red actually is. So now that we've sorted through these, we'll go through the red pile. So I got this one right, this one right, this one wrong, this one right, wrong, and wrong. So in essence, we have just changed how the AI views these cards. So now that we have learned a little bit as AI, we will come through and we will actually see these cards somewhat differently. Now that we have taught ourselves a little bit more about the right and wrongs of whether a card is black or red, I, as an AI program, have therefore learned a little bit more about my surroundings, also known as the cards. So because of this, I am handed the same deck of cards, shuffled, and asked to do the same thing. But now, as you can see, we have two indicators. One is that we learned or can see a small portion of the card, signifying that we have learned a little bit about our surroundings. And with learning this little bit, we are able to also associate or know that this color is black. So therefore, I know as AI to put the card in the black pile. And if we go, it becomes much easier. And here we have a red card and we can associate this color with what I as an AI learned to put this into the red pile, the black pile, red, black, and so on, until I have sorted through all the cards. Now, my job isn't necessarily done here if there's more learning to be done. If someone comes through and says, yes, you got all the black cards correct and all the red cards correct, now take these two separate piles, and order them from the smallest number to the largest number. So as an AI, well, I know that these cards are black and these cards are red, but I don't know necessarily what this number is. This number, is this a 9 or a 6? Is this a 9 or a 6? So I will go through and almost order them to the best of my ability, saying that these cards are the lowest and these are the highest, and same with the red pile. And then we will go through and be judged the same way, going, well, no, this isn't the lowest card. This isn't the lowest card. No, and then yes, this is a higher card. So essentially, I as an AI will slowly learn up to the point where if I were to receive all these cards again, go through the process of saying, okay, these are red cards and these are black cards, I would go through again and be like, okay, I know this is a 5, which is low. This is a 9. This is a 6, queen, and then 8. And then we would go through the same process and be like, okay, you got this one correct, this one wrong, 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 wrong. And I, as an AI, would learn again. And then the next time I go through this, I would maybe say, okay, well, a 6 is greater than a 5 and lower than a 9. And same with the 8. But then I may still say a queen is lower than a 9. I've still gotten closer to ordering the cards correctly, but it's still not perfect. So the more learning I do, the better I will be able to go through this deck and be able to see what needs to be done and how to do it.